Hi, my name is attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III, and I'm with Disability Resolution PA. Let's go ahead and begin. The video that we're going to be focusing on is the D101 Filing Basics, specifically, how does someone apply for disability benefits? Well, there's many ways to apply for disability benefits. One way is to go ahead and apply online, specifically the SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance program is set up to file online. However, currently, the SSI program, Supplemental Security Income, is not available to be filed online. The other more popular method is to go ahead and file via paper form. Now, what do I mean by paper form? The paper form comes in two flavors, SSDI and SSI. These are the two programs that we mostly deal with. Now, SSI is Supplemental Security Income, which basically has a pretty large form. It's called an 8000 BK. And there needs to be these other forms that accompany it when we go ahead and send it into the local SSA office. What are some of those forms? We need a 1696 appointment of representative. We need a fee agreement, the pool rules of what the attorney is doing, what they're charging, and what they expect of the claimant. We need an 827, the Social Security Administration's version of a HIPAA. In other words, a document used to obtain documents, information, evidence from other facilities, whether vocational, medical, administrative, yada, yada, yada. The next thing that we need is a 3368, which is like part 2 of the initial filing process for SSI. Goes into basic, details about which medical facilities you visited, how old you are, what level of education you have, among other things as well. And also a 1695, which is a basic, simple fill-in-the-name form. We'll go into more detail about each one of these forms in the near future. But going back to the original question, how does someone apply for disability? They can either go ahead file online for that one program, in which case we usually run into problems where if somebody does file online, we have to thereafter file them for the SSI program as well to form what's called, and this is important, a concurrent filing. What is a concurrent filing? It is where we file for SSI and SSDI at the same time, or where they thereafter are signed up for both of the programs, and therefore they have the result of a concurrent filing. Alright, so let's talk about this. What is, for example, another way that a person can file for disability benefits? They can also call up the SSA and request via meeting or directly on that phone call to file for Social Security disability benefits. That is where an individual at the SSA will fill in documentation into their own system that they'll use to file that claimant. Now, which method is the best method? Different methods have different positives. You can have the SSA fill it out right then and there. It goes in very quickly because it's directly into their system. But you're feeding information directly to a Social Security Administration person, and every statement you make becomes a historical reference that you will never be able to get rid of. So that's the fast one, right in line to the SSA. The next one, let's say you file online. You get to spend a little time on those questions, review your answers, submit them. Still pretty quick. Gets right to the SSA, uses their system with their forms that are all built into an online data entry system. This way, if you file it online, you get a little extra time to review your answers. However, you are also not being filed for SSI then, which is a problem because most claimants need to be concurrently filed, meaning filed for both programs. My particular favorite is using the actual paper forms, and here's why. Each one of my claimants will fill out the documentation. They'll either do it themselves, they'll do it with the assistance of an FO rep, which is a front office rep, which is one of the employees at the firm, a front office person helping them fill out the forms. And then after that, the forms are submitted to me, which I go and review, and then I get to go ahead and submit them to the Social Security Administration, and I mail them in. What are the benefits of this? The benefits are very straightforward. An attorney is reviewing the documentation with an attorney-client privilege to make sure that if there are any problem statements, we can go ahead and review and change those statements. Additionally, we have a little bit of time to figure out what our plan of attack is, what future listings, griddings, vocational allowances, and CALs we're looking at. Now, I know you don't know what those are, but in the future, you better, and you will. So going back to the original question, how does someone apply for disability? There's the method where they can apply online, over the phone directly with the Social Security Administration's field office, or in paper form. I prefer the paper form. Most intelligent people prefer the paper form because it means that somebody is reviewing it before it gets submitted to the SSA, and because of that, you have the best shot at not having problematic statements on your documentation. My name is Attorney Walter Hnot, and I will catch you at the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.